She didn't cry. She didn't argue. She didn't ask him if he was involved. She started watching. Morning sunlight poured across the penthouse windows as if nothing had changed. But everything had. He stood near the glass, phone pressed to his ear. Yes, I don't want delays. A pause. No mistakes this time. Her eyes lifted slowly. His voice wasn't angry. It was efficient. That was worse. He ended the call and turned with a polished smile. You're up early. So are you, she replied, and he kissed her forehead. Once that gesture meant safety. Now it felt like positioning, and she noticed the difference. At the garage, the air felt heavy. Metal shutters half closed, tools untouched. The mechanic sat still, staring at the inspection notice. They said it's standard procedure. She walked the length of the space slowly. Her heels echoed. No inspection is random, she said calmly. He looked at her. You think someone arranged this? She didn't answer. Who signed the notice? He hesitated. It doesn't matter. It does. He handed her the paper. Inspector Daniel Reeves. She read the name once, twice, folded the paper carefully. Precision recognizes precision, and this was precise. That afternoon, she made a quiet call, a former college friend, now working in city administration. Hypothetically, how does a business get flagged for inspection? A pause on the line. That depends on who wants it flagged. Her voice remained steady. Can it be influenced? A longer pause. Everything can. The call ended. She didn't need more. Confirmation rarely arrives loudly. Dinner was quiet that night. Candles flickered between them. You've been distant, he observed lightly. Have I? He studied her face. You know how politics works. Enemies look for weaknesses. She tilted her head. And what do friends do? They protect you. From what? A beat. From consequences. Silence stretched across the table. Not emotional, strategic. And later that night, she walked into his office without knocking. He looked up. You need something? She stepped inside slowly. I was thinking, maybe we should donate to the city redevelopment fund. He leaned back slightly. Why? It helps small businesses. Good public image. A flicker crossed his face. That's not necessary. She nodded gently. Of course, you understand these things better. She turned toward the door. Charlotte, she paused. Now you don't need to involve yourself in things you don't understand. There it was. Not anger, control. She gave him a soft smile. You're right. But her eyes were clear now. Very clear. The next morning, she returned to the garage alone. It was silent. She walked toward the broken security camera, examined the wires, clean cuts, professional, not vandalism, execution. She stepped back and imagined it. Cameras disabled, inspection scheduled, timing aligned perfectly. Too perfect, or this wasn't a warning, she whispered. It was a message. And in that moment, something locked into place inside her. He didn't want chaos. He wanted obedience. She straightened her posture. That would be his mistake. That night, she sat in the home office, laptop open, search results glowing in the dark. Inspector Daniel Reeves, campaign records, donor lists, scrolling. Then, a private fundraising event, sponsored by a shell corporation, connected to her fiancé's advisory board. And her breathing slowed. This wasn't suspicion anymore. It was architecture, and she had been standing inside it. She passed his office again later, the door slightly open, his voice low. She won't interfere. A pause. I'll handle it. Her heartbeat thudded once, but her face remained calm. Now she knew, not guessed, knew. On the balcony, wind wrapped around her like cold clarity. City lights blinked beneath her. She opened her phone. His contact name glowed softly. My love. She stared at it, and then erased it, replaced it with one word: opponent. She locked the screen. You built this game, she whispered into the night, but you forgot something. She turned back toward the glass doors. I learned fast. Inside, he stood watching her silhouette. Something had shifted. Not rebellion, not anger, distance, and distance is dangerous.